Thursday Blissfuls! Ako po si Nico, Locco, and you're watching Bliss After Dark, the Love at the End of the World specials.
Good evening, Blissfuls. Welcome to Bliss After Dark, where we talk about your fantasies, your desires, your hunger, all for the love of entertainment that mirrors the crazy reality of life. Candid, all out, unfiltered. Let the dark take control.
Shit! Wait! Oh, wait! Pause! Silay! Oh, look! All out shot? Alam ko.
Hell front na!
Nakakaloka si Eli!
Pinakamatapay na tatlo yan.
Nakakaloka pa talaga siya.
Medyo...
Imagine mo kung ikaw yun.
Wala doon yung
Laban hair?
laban po yung hair.
Ang ganda ng scoring.
Kinikilag mo na ng ganda sa opening ng sa ganito. Naramdam mo siya agad. Ramdam ka rin naman kay Frank, guys. Nabulabog lang ako sa iyo kasi it was like a certain somewhere there. It was like an instance. Very,
Oh shit!
Career.
Isa to sa pinakamahirap na shoot sa buong series.
Confusion. Okay.
Nahirapan nga din ako eh.
Sila lang may title.
Sila tsaka episode. I'm talk yung title card, the stages of withdrawal from addiction.
First time sa Philippine BL series.
Eli and mga Ale. Mga Ale.
Yung may mga ganyan na confusion.
Yeah, that's it, diba?
Galing eh.
Gano'n na ba?
Kahit wala nakalagay ko, ako confused na ako sa mga kumakaway-kaway out of
Overwhelmed na
nowhere
siya,
eh.
Sige guys, focus.
Wait!
Saan ba ginagawa mo? Teka lang. Mas putang ina, ano bang ginagawa mo? Teka lang. Ayan, ano yan? Ano sa palagay mo?
Oh!
Tingin ko baliw ka.
Oh! Oh, may larva? May larvae?
Yeah.
Oh!
Kaya kinain talaga.
Did he actually eat?
Yeah, may isang ako talaga.
Kumain nga kayo ng ibis.
Ilan na talaga yung gusto.
Grabe, dedication.
Fairness kaya.
Grabe ka, Chris. Bakit? Talagang di mo ako tinirahan eh, no?
Kala ka no?
Mas tingin mo.
Ano ba na yung concern niya?
Teka lang. Ano ko? Vanilla. Ay, mo pa lang din. Kailangan mo na. Tangina. Tangina, tingnan mo nga. Hindi ba keep driving mo na yan eh. Tingnan mo, puta, nasan tayo? Puta, tingnan mo kasi. Ayan. Nakatilang na ako rin, so masaya ka na? Sige nga, ano nakikita mo? Puno! Puno, putang ina, Chris, we are fucking lost! We are on a fucking island, Renzo. Paano naman tayo malilikaw? Ang ina, sige nga. Galing mo pa na navigator. Nasaan tayo ngayon? Navigator? Ano ko, Magella? Ang ina, dahil mo kasing alam, kanina pa sinasabi sa akin, hindi tayo naliligaw. Eh, nasan nga tayo ngayon? Sinabi ko ba kayo kung nasa tayo? Ang sabi ko lang, just keep driving.
Ganda ng flat.
Driving yun naman yun. Driving mo na yan eh. Saan tayo pupunta, ha? Kaya tayo naligaw dahil
Tapos lang, mahal.
Naliligaw tayo because you're fucking drive safe, Renzo. Malaya tayo. Na malaya? Ito ba yung malaya para sa'yo? Kanina sana kasi Chris, hindi na tayo umalis sa rehab eh. Wala tayong pagkain. Naliligaw tayo at wala na rin coca kahit saan. Alam mo, tama ka. Tama ka. We are fucking lost! We are fucking starving! And papatay na rin ako ng tao para makatimulit ng coca. And I love it! I fucking love it! Renzo! We are fucking free! 6 a.m. Locco! Fuck you! 7 p.m. Lighters! Fuck you! Diba? Cherry. Good cherry. Fuck you! Fuck you, cherry!
Weird, no? Pero totoo yan, kasi sila. Ilang beses kami nalaglag kung saan yun. Tan mo kay Gab.
Beses kami grabe yan, grabe. Super yun. Feeling 4.4 versus us. Pero tinayin ng... Ba yan?
Hindi. Ano, yung sa phone nila. Hindi ito? Oo. Pero hindi na namin tinanggal kasi pag nag-grab pa ako mahirapan. Hindi naman halata.
Yeah.
Pwede yung mga, kasi mga kalit-kalit dito sa kanya. Parang wala lang, parang fashion. Chinek, ina na yun ni Jantan, kailang pag-clean up kasi ako.
Oh, ganda!
Timelapse. Eh, haba din ang sexy, di ba?
Galing na naman ako dyan. Nagulat ako, parang di ko alam. Nagulat ako yung ako.
Ako nag-shoot noon.
Ano ang problema mo, Renzo? Hindi ka ba giniginaw? Nasa Pilipinas tayo, Renzo, at may asteroid na papuntang Earth. Naiinigan ako. Hindi magbukas ka ng bintana, Chris. Ba't ako magbubukas ng bintana? Kung may malamig na aircon dito. Magbukas ka ng bintana, Chris, kasi papatayin ko ng putang inang aircon na to. Ay, ang kulit mo, sinabi yung giniginaw ako. Ba't wala pa ang kulit mo? Ang kulit lang, bukas ng bintana. Ang dami ng taba. Hindi ka nakasama sa... Hindi mo na kita sa riyan, baka mamatay kami isa. Sana hindi mo ako sa riyan, baka namatay ako mag-isa? Ay, putang ina, sana hindi ako nagpaloko sa'yo.
Si Mark Stephen, kumakanta.
Ang tiyan mo? Wala. Hindi. Anong sinabi? Wala akong sinasabi, Chris. Sabi mo, nagpaloko ka sa akin. Nagpaloko ka? Sa akin? Paano? Sabihin mo!
Alam mo na yung
Sa 4 na nilagay, gano'n. Kay marker.
4 and 7.
4 and 7.
Alam mo yung ginawa ko, Chris, putang ina, ikaw yung bumalik eh. Ikaw yung bumalik. Diba birthday ko? Umalis sila lahat eh. Birthday ko, Chris, umalis na. Ikaw lang yung bumalik. Sinabihan nila ako noon. Sabi nila sa akin, Renzo, mag-iingat ka dyan kay Chris. Tangina, hindi ko sila pinakinggan. Siyempre, kaibigan kita eh. Kaya nung kumato ka sa akin, naghintay ka ba? Hindi, di ba? Pinagbukusan kita agad. Tangina. Tapos ano ginawa mo? Naglabas ka ng droga, naglabas ka ng coca. Sabi mo sa akin, Renzo, birthday mo, you deserve to have fun. Putang ina, paano ako makatanggi sa'yo? Siyempre, napilit mo ako. Pagkatapos ko mag-droga, nilabas mo yung PT mo. Ay naman ako makatanggi sa'yo, sinubong mo ako. Putang ina mo, tuloy ka.
Keep myself too hard. It's in my heart. May body of life, tapos sasabihin mo, diloko lang kita.
Sininghot mo ng lahat ng pera ko sa buong mundo, tapos sasabihin mo, niloko lang kita? Ha? Takina mo, Chris. Bitawan mo ako, Chris. Huwag palabasin. Alam mo itong palabasin, ha?
Ayaw nila magbura sa episode na to, no?
Sabihin mo! Ano sabihin ko sa'yo? Nakasalanan ko to, di ba? Yan ang gusto mong sabihin, di ba? Na kung may kasalanan itong lahat, yan ang gusto mong sabihin, di ba? Sabihin mo! Takina, hindi na gusto ko sabihin sa'yo! Yan ang katotohanan! Yan to, alam mo yun! Ikaw mismo, alam mo yun!
God, important yung details ng hands ko ito.
Alin?
Nanginig.
Yeah.
Stages of withdrawal. Nag-withdrawal sila from cocaine.
So, shaking ka.
Papakadiba ka na naman.
Fidgeting.
Stop the fucking go. Fucking way, Chris. Hindi mo ko di tapal na ako. Sa talong ka, tangina, you don't have the fucking balls to jump, Chris. Ba't putang ina, tubad? Tubad kasi namamatay ka ng kasama ko. Talaga. Chris, putang ina! Putang ina mo!
Oh! Hollywood!
Gaga. So, please. Para saan? Minsan. Sinakang dating.
Lugot dito. Manito siya.
Kasalanan ko na. Nanulig ako. I ruined your life. No, Chris. You were the best thing that happened to me. You saved my life. You should save something.
Hindi, yung sa'yo, sa kanya mas pag-iis.
Abangan niyo yung yung scene dito.
Grabe spoiler. Spider-Man. No way mo.
Spider-Man, grabe spoiler. Nakakatawa yung
Sinage lang
mo eh, pag sindi,
Oo, may something eh.
Bakit sila mag-aan?
Si Disco. Laban, Diyos.
Nakaka-relate si Direk Howard. Diba?
Sige. Relate ako sa pinang. Oh, wow. Favorite? Diba, ito yung song ng first episode.
Yeah, kasi di ba may treatment is repetition.
Repetition of it.
Kaya the same balisong, pambalisang of Martin.
I love it, I love it.
Parang hindi naman sa script.
Very nice. Oh, no way. Oh, wow. Oh. Sayang yung shirt. Local? Sayang.
Kaya ang hirap.
Iba rin yung takbo ng isip niya.
Shirt ko yan, Rich. Nilay.
Yeah, oo, shirt ko yan yung season.
Ay, hindi. Ulit pala yung pagkano ng puso. Kay Tisoy yan.
Buti na lang. Ikaw nagpunalo.
Yes, besides watching. Walang ganyan eh.
Gising na, yan. Gising na.
Come to daddy.
Tutong siya, diba? Sa binigyan doon.
Oo nga, no? Oh! Ayan na!
Gising na siya.
Grabe talaga si Direk Shandii. Sobra.
Wow.
Grabe yung
Oh, wow.
Ay, ang bilis ha, ang bilis ha.
Para si Rich lang, bili. Pwede ka naman set.
Parang malabanan po si Negro Nico.
Wow. Yun. Ba't kinutsilyo din?
Yan ang gagawin din.
Kinutsilyo din.
Grabe to.
Kasi siya. Oh. Oh, surprise na lang. Oh. Matagal na namin ito pinag-uusapan.
Oh my God!
Please.
Oh!
I love it, the reputation.
Pamilya ng mga lizard. Kaya pa dyan?
Sino yung ano nila? Ha?
Ako!
Oh! Napakadaming ano. Wala.
Oh my God.
Shit. Huwag na kayo pala sa siya.
Hard! Learn it from your mama.
Ayaw ni Rose na tayo.
Nakaubad si Ilay yan siya.
Oo, si Eli, si Yambao.
Pwede lang naman.
Ayaw niya mag-plus.
Nasaktan niya yung nota niya, di ba? I-refrain ko pa nga ito eh. Tapos bakas ko ka-resist.
Restlessness.
Wow! Sobrang realistic.
Sobrang realistic to.
Yeah.
But he's fine. Ito siya, more, mas fluid yung sex niya.
Oh, why?
Doesn't look like it was rehearsed. Para lang yung sex yun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sobrang realistic.
Yeah. Pwede yun siya. Parang totoo na.
Parang totoo yan. Parang totoo yan.
Wala. Nagpa-panic siya. Gusto niya panoorin niya bago isa siya kinakabahan siya.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Look at the face.
Enjoy mo ga?
Hindi ko masawa na ako.
Hindi mo na mapapansin. Oh! Nag-come siya.
Parang ano na.
Bakit yun?
Grabe yun. Nagulat ako dyan.
Nagulat ka rin siya?
First time ko nakita.
Nagulat ka rin siya?
Wala bang pakaway to? Ay, wala pakaway.
Expect ko na. Bilis nila yun. Hindi sila sasaktan dyan. Kanina wala ako. Ano ba yung nangyari?
Wala ka shades.
Wala na shit.
Dito rin.
Pati gabi nakakasilaw. Diba?
Hindi ko mami talaga, addict talaga.
Wag yung si ano doon.
Paano ka pupunta sa ano? Wala ka
Ano mo naman?
Wala sa airlines yan ha.
Sa aeroplano kayo na gano'n.
Doon ako sa kabila.
Diba si
Okay, ito direct. Okay, ito
Diba
direct.
si Dalumpa?
Nag-budget.
Dapat naman ako sa ano.
Hello BIR.
15 million is worth.
Yes!
Bahala ko mag-explain.
Bahala kayo dyan. Ba't naman di? Ganun ginawa nila.
Kanina.
Kasi ligo.
Gusto ko malaman.
Isa na dito para mo hindi.
Laway kasi.
Grabe si Gerb dyan, oh. Check out.
Paano yun? Nakasakal mo yun ng scenery shots.
Galing ni ano ah.
Sa aeroplano nakasakal yun. Love the drone shots.
Paano yun?
Drone yan.
Grabe.
Drone.
Drone yan.
Galing. Anong lugar? Anong lugar? Anong lugar dito, guys? Guys, anong lugar dito?
Mount Rabbit.
Mount Pablo?
Mountain Rabbit.
Mount Pablo.
Wow! Grabe yung series creator.
Usapan mo.
Wow! Ano masasabi mo doon?
Wala naman. Dami yung feels.
Ang dami ng feel.
Notes muna.
Iba talaga, it's alone.
Ano na ba kaya?
Gabriel pala.
Sobrang nagulat ako kaya kasi yung image, di ba? Commercial.
Siya yung pinakatakot dati sa
Wholesome.
mga
Yes. Tapos it turned out sa lahat ng mga sex.
Binigay niya.
Binigay yun?
Inusong niya yung binigay niya lahat.
Yang conception.
Para sa
And Arya. Love you.
No, I love it. I love it.
It's very different than the other episodes, di ba?
Very unique.
Maganda na maganda.
Yeah.
Walang ano. Maganda
Walang
na.
downtime, no?
Walang downside.
Handa na ba yung sinihan mag-release ng mga dumi after?
Ganun na yung series.
Sabi niyo sa mga guest, magdala ng yun.
Nandito na yung card, yung nilito na dito.
Correct.
Pati mga
Mga
bliss.
kalat-kalat na. Grabe eh.
Tissue.
After na screening sa cinema.
Oo, pati mga
Tissue, bawal na ba kumain dito?
Ang daming tissue, tapos amoy ano.
Sinisipon yung mata ko.
Gloves? Oh my God.
And my briefing counter did.
Yes! 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 Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
Sabi ni Mama, kapag nakita mo na daw yung taong mamahalin mo hanggang sa dulo ng buhay mo, magbabago daw ang pag-ikot ng mundo mo. Mag-iiba ang bawat patak ng ulan. Magbabago ang tunog ng hangin. Magliliwanag ang buhay na matagal nang nabalot sa kadiliman. Pero, paano ba malalaman na yung taong mahal mo siya nang mamahalin mo hanggang sa dulo ng mundo?
Alam mo, gets ko kagad.
Ano na-gets mo?
Ikaw.
Ako?
Ikaw. Kaya kaya ng rin at kahit anak ka lang ng caretaker niya. Dahil malungkot siya.
Noong una, gusto lamang kitang bantayan just to make sure na maging okay ka. Tapos naging magkakilala tayo. Naging magkaibigan tayo. Tapos nagmahalan na tayo.
Loneliness is the closest thing we living shall ever come to death. And I prayed for it. I want you to know that. I prayed to love you. I prayed I would change. No. I just pray you're in the arms of someone whose prayer came true.
Hindi naman daw talaga patas ang mundo. Pero pagdating daw sa pag-ibig, nagiging patas ang lahat. Pwedeng magmahalan ng dalawang taong parehong sinaktan ng nakaraan.
So ano tayo, Ben? Ginamit mo lang ako? Ha? Naging kayo ni George tapos kayo mo na sasabihin sa akin dahil end of the world na?
Pwedeng maging buo ang isang taong niyurak ng kamunduhan.
Mahal kita.
Pwedeng magtagpo ang mahirap at mayaman sa panahon ng kalungkutan.
I imagine this. Holding your face. Looking at you. And then, the meteor hits.
Pwedeng maghilom ang mga kaluluwang winasak ng karanasan.
It's the end of the world. Tapos pipiliin mo pa bang nasa liyap ka? Right here with me.
Hindi ako sigurado kung tama si Mama.
Listen to me! George, please! Wala namang perfecto, di ba, anak mo? Walang perfecto, anak. Kahit wasak ka na. At dito si Mama. Si Sam nandito, anak. Mahal ka. Mahal kita, anak. Mahal na mahal. Kahit ano ka pa. Parang awa mo na, please, anak. Please.
Tanging alam ko lang ngayon, inatagpuan ko na ang taong para sa akin. Ang taong mamahalin ko hanggang kamatayan. Sam, mahal kita. Mahal na mahal na mahal na mahal. Utangin ng asteroid yun.
Welcome back to Bliss After Dark, Love at the End of the World specials, and we just watched episode 4.
Wow!
So this is a very special episode kasi di ba parang we've actually introduced like just a minute ago sa Gaga Ulala, the fourth couple. Kasi medyo naloloka sila since episode 1.
Yes.
Since December 30 kasi parang Christoph and Rex. Tapos pagdating ng episode 2, January 6, sabi nila, nasa si Christoph tsaka si Rex? Bakit
Wala sila.
naging Marky, Marky, Khalid, and Renair, and Arian Labio? Sabi yung January 13 last week. Bakit si Gold na naman tapos si Nico? Nasa na naman sila? Tapos ngayon, Yam and Eli, nabaliw na naman sila lalo. So, this is a very special episode kasi episode 4, parang this is like the finale of the 4 couples. Kasi ay, di ba sa mga press natin sabi natin we have 4 couples. And of course, later makikita mo, this episode's like Fashion Week Extravaganza, Bonanza, Lavapalooza. Ito yun.
Wait, teka lang. Episode 4 was crazy in so many aspects.
Yes.
And nagulat ako.
And the
watching
title is Happy Together.
Happy Together.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, all about addiction. There were
Yes.
2 drug addicts with a chemical romance.
And someone asked pala, ano yung mga lumalabas sa title? I explained that to you, di ba? Because we're showing the stages of withdrawal from addiction.
And that's why lumabas ang
Yeah, from confusion,
Yeah.
hunger, mga ganun-ganun, yeah.
That's right. Nabaliw ako dyan.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a question for you. What can our viewers look forward to in the coming episodes? Because we have declared 4 stories now and different cast members going forward in episode 5.
Next week's episode is the shortest episode out
Okay.
of the entire season. I think it's only 9 minutes or 10 minutes. Because episode 5,
Okay.
I intended it to be like a season breaker. It connects the entire 4 episodes
Okay, so-
na napanood mo, and then it gives you a glimpse of what's coming to episode 6 onwards.
Okay, so natapos na tayo with different stories.
Yeah.
We're done with the 4.
Now, the multiverse
Okay,
happens.
so
Lakas baka
everything's
Spider-Man and Avengers!
The web is starting
Yes,
now.
ito na, multiverse.
Wow, that's a lot to look forward to in
Yeah.
episode 5. Okay,
Grabe.
but we have some amazing guests tonight waiting, and
Yes.
I'm very excited for this panel. Do you want to introduce them?
Yes, of course. This is a very important, very fabulous panel because they are not only our friends, they're also filmmakers. And not just filmmakers, hindi lang sila producers, directors, but they're also actors. And they're fashionistas. Oh, diba? Laban.
Excited na ako.
Diba? Of course, our first guest for tonight is one of my best friends. And he was here on episode 2. Like 2 weeks ago. Now he's back, diba? Award-winning filmmaker HF Yambao.
Hello, HF. Thank you for joining us again.
Diba?
Thank you for having me again.
Laban Moschino, Laban Gucci. O, baka. Diba?
It's all yaman.
O, diba? Our next guest is one of my soul sisters, and I've met this person right before the pandemic, and we became really close sa pandemic, and I consider him as one of my best friends. Ako, kailangan ko ito sabihin, ako ang nag-discover sa kanya maging artista siya. And Nico, he's really good. Alam mo yan.
Actually,
you should.
I've heard.
Well, yeah.
Si
HF.
I'm excited because we're gonna see him in episode
8.
Episode 8.
He's so, guys,
Sobrang
abangan
excited
nyo.
ako.
Episode 5 pala next week, marami pa. Episode 8 kailangan siya abangan. Sobrang galing niya. And he's actually our production manager. And I'm training him.
Wow.
As my
So
producer.
may dalawang credit siya in this film. Actor and
production manager.
Wow, okay.
And for my next project, I'm actually training him to become a producer. This is
Yoing!
Rich, my good friend Rich Madrigal.
Rich, let's give that a round of applause.
What a name for that.
Diba? Kumusta ang mga, pearl farmers sa Davao?
Kagigising ko nga.
Kagigising mo lang.
You know what? I'm so happy to be here. Magandang gabi sa lahat ng
diba?
You look beautiful.
It's 2022.
Wow.
Hope you guys are having fun.
Yes. Laban ses Drilo.
Bagong year, bagong beginnings.
Let's do it.
Hindi ko kaya ito. And our final guest, ito naman nakatawa itong final guest na to. I met him when he was like starting to become as one of the media members.
That's right.
So
He interviewed me actually.
From being a blogger to becoming an influencer.
That's right.
To becoming a film critic. And actually, di ba parang, aksidente lang na parang nag-uusap lang kami, tapos nag-offer siya ng service. Sabi ko, after
Naging
Naz,
part siya ng
sabi ko,
Love
I
and
wanted
World.
to get you for Love and Work. I don't know if I can afford you, etc. And then, I love this person kasi every time I attend a red carpet event or a media event, he would always be the first one na talagang producer, fashionista, Shandii bacologist arrived the red carpet. So because of that, ginaya na siya ng marami hanggang sa nalilabel na ako hanggang sa Cinema Live, sa Cinema One. So now he's the head of our ad prom and publicity and our social media manager for Love and Dark. And he's done a very amazing job. Silang dalawa ni Rich yung aking tinatawag ko na may promo warriors. Kami talagang tatlo yung hardship and hirap and everything.
And we've been doing promo for 3 months.
Grabe. And even before we shot, nagpo-promo na kami. So yeah, our final guest for this episode for today, kasi madaling araw na and all, Naz Tabares.
Thank you.
Ayan. O, diba? Okay, so because every episode, we're talking about like a keyword, diba?
Yes, we've had a keyword.
In episode 1, we did thirst, tapos we did death in episode 2. Episode 3, we did darkest secrets.
Darkest secrets ba?
Yeah. So now, today, we're talking about addiction.
Which is very fitting.
Okay. So I want to start by asking the two of you, because that's our word for the episode. Let me start by asking, what's your most recent addiction and how did it start? I want to start with Naz.
During pandemic, actually wala. Parang naubos ako parang wala talaga. Pero pre-pandemic, sinasabi nila, adik ako sa sine. Kasi every day, parang every other day nasa sinehan ako. Yun lang naman. Wala naman, safe naman ako.
Yeah, I think it started because you really want to watch films and movies and talk about it. That's how we also became good friends. Kasi sometimes, kasi hindi ba kami friends, may message ko siya, kumusta, what do you think about this film? I also asked me anong tingin ko. So doon kami nag-connect Rich, what's your most recent addiction bukod sa mga pearls?
Bukod sa pearls? I would probably say alcohol. No, I'm just kidding.
Alcohol! Alcoholic series. Can we get some more whiskey?
No, alcohol kasi kailangan sa pandemya. Diba? Lagi siya may dala may spray.
Super, hindi pa ako tapos. I'm a sucker of good scent, so I'll probably say perfume.
Amen. Alam ko yan.
Wow.
Proven yan.
Anong favorite perfume mo?
Chanel.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Because Rich is a sucker for good scent. Actually, he loves giving expensive perfumes to his best friends. And I'm lucky to have been given sobrang dami.
Wala pa akong sense.
Where's my best friend?
I thought we were best friends.
Yeah. Parang mali ata yung nasagot ko.
I'm
Ganun
in that
ako,
shit right now. I need to be
perfumes were already.
By dahil meron kang Bambini. Mamaya. Okay. How about you, HF? What's your most recent addiction?
BTS.
Ay, gabi siya! Gabi mga post niya!
Yes.
Gabi BTS niya, OA.
BTS. From the hair, from everything. Pero hindi excuse. I think it also helped me go through the pandemic. Alam mo yun.
Yes.
Medyo mababaw for pag hindi nyo gets it. Pero pag gets nyo,
Well, at the end of the day, we all have to cling to something or hold on to something just to get by. I mean, that's how.
Ano addiction mo?
Ako?
Hoy.
My addiction.
Mayos ka dito.
No, hindi pa
ano addiction mo?
We would love to hear it from you.
Sa akin, hindi pa nagbabago yung addiction ko.
I know.
I'm sorry guys, but I don't wanna sound like I'm too shallow, but I'm not. Because I'm a filmmaker and I mean, my friends can attest. But I'm still addicted to my designer bag.
Yes.
And
Yes, that is
even my mom condones. But, yung pandemic, to be honest yung pandemic, hindi ako bumili. Can I just say a really important trivia?
Yes, go.
Kasi si Rich, especially Rich, and you and HF knows this, I own like 3 cabinets of designer items, shoes and bags. I have like bags ranging from 500,000 to 250.
Yes.
Yung pandemic, kasi akala natin 2 months lang, akala natin 3 months. Tapos yung savings ko, the year after, na nagkaroon ng a year before the pandemic, tapos nauubos na siya, tapos di ba, I take care of my circle.
Yeah.
I have a big, hindi mo marami.
you do.
May staff ako, I have a team MSB. So, ayoko na, dahil may pandemic ko na project, wala akong nabibigay. So, I have to give, and I don't say this because I don't have to say this. You don't need to say if you're healthy, you don't need to announce. But, I'm just really blessed and lucky that nung pandemic last year, I have, from March, the moment na nag-pandemic, I posted about it, hanggang September 30 or October 15, I've actually helped small businesses. Naka-187 ako small businesses eh.
Local
I post
Filipino
about
businesses.
it. Yeah. And I don't,
love that.
I never ask for free products. I buy. I hoard. I don't buy.
Yeah.
I hoard. Like, I would buy
Just to
10
support.
kilos, 10 bilao biko. Kasi masarap biko. Dito yung maganda show my 10 trays. Tapos I give them. So weekly nakakatanggap. And I even gave the media people their part. Not just that, but money. And so what I did, magdami nagtanong, naghihirap na bakit may pera. You know what I did? 2 cabinets of my designer bags, I sold them.
Nagbenta.
Could you imagine? I was able to sell all my designer items for like 2 million. So yun, I was able to, I really sell. Kasi parang iniisip ko, hindi naman taga-kailangan yun at the end of the day. Siguro they're actually signify yung hardship ko. And I deserve it. So, yeah, I'm not embarrassed to say na I sold them, and because of that, I was able to survive the pandemic kahit walang projects, and I was able to help a lot. Tapos, the moment mag-GCQ, here comes me producing 5 TVCs.
Tama, and then balik ka na sa buying designer items.
Kasi, let me just say, parang, nung kung binenta man niya yon, kasi nga gusto rin niya tumulong.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know, he does collect a lot of bags, and he also gives bags to friends.
Yeah.
Kasi ako siguro, nakakuha na din.
I got a lot of those.
Sobrang galante siya.
I guess that's why bumabalik eh.
Yeah,
when you
but
give back,
I just wanna say na sometimes yung tinasawa, yung hindi man nila naniniwala, pero totoo talaga sabi nila na yung mga designer items, these are actually investments. Investments kasi pag panahon ng crisis, nakakatulong siya, which it helped me sa pandemic, and it helped my team and my friends and my loved ones. So, yun ang addiction ko.
That's an addiction that has a positive spin to it.
Yes.
Not all addictions are bad. Now, jumping back into Love at the End of the World, I have a question for Naz.
Yeah.
In relation to Love at the End of the World, having watched the 4 episodes now, 4 different stories, how unconventional and relevant are the stories of our series in this day and age?
Actually, kasi sa mga Filipino BLs today, parang more on rom-com. Kasi Love at the End of the World, nagtatakal siya ng depression, ng addiction. Yun yung maganda sa Love at the End. Parang hindi siya nakaka-home dun sa sa formula ng boys love genre.
Outside of the
subgenre.
box.
Yes.
Oo.
So yun, parang if titignan mo lang sa malayo, iisipin mo yung mga sexy scenes, yung mga daring scenes. Pero pag inintindi mo yung kwento, yung pinagdadaanan ng mga characters actually, pwede kang makarelate.
Love that. And I think our viewers are having that relation now. After
Yeah,
watching
actually,
all of those stories.
Yeah, in relation to that, I wanna ask, kasi si Rich is our production manager, Rich, I wanna ask, sa palagay mo ba nakaka-relate ang local at international viewers natin sa series natin na Love World?
Well, definitely yes. Why chance? Kasi may pandemic.
Yeah.
Right? So, a lot of things happening behind closed doors. Maraming nangyaring imposibleng bagay na naging posible, just like the pandemic. And ang maganda rito sa Love at the End of the World, tinakal niya yung buong elemento ng pagkatao ng bawat isa, which is the mental side. Mental health is very important.
Yes.
So, if you get to watch it, it's been 20 days running na. So
Yes,
sa mga
I agree.
nakapanood, you get to see episode 1 offered this thing, episode 2 is a different one, 3 and 4.
Yes,
So,
I agree.
tinapon niya yung mental health. Maraming tunurutong programa. It's not just, BL is just an element to this Love at the End of the
Tama.
World.
Maraming
So,
elements.
this is really, ito yung maganda sa
Exactly.
series creator natin. Kasi, this thing would not be happening had he not said yes sa project na to. And I got a lot of feedbacks from friends na mga nakapanood na ng Love at the End of the World.
Anong sabi
Sobrang
nila?
natuwa sila. Kasi,
Maraming umiyak.
yes,
Maraming
umiyak sila.
nilog.
Yeah.
Maraming
Episode-
nalibugan.
Maraming nalibugan. Right.
Nalibugan.
Ang daming offer eh. Episode 1, makikiligin ka na. Episode 1,
Yeah.
episode 2, paiiyakin ka. Episode 3, patatawanin ka. Episode 4, ilalabas kung ano yung true identity mo. So,
Wow.
much has been said. Like,
Yeah.
Couldn't have said that
it's
better.
really enticing.
Exactly.
Very well said.
Actually, ang weird na parang feeling ko, like knowing you as a person, but episode may certain addiction in your life.
Yeah.
Nagre-reflect.
Yeah.
Addiction in a way na something that you really were passionate about at some point in your life, na makikita per episode,
Totoo, agree ako. dyan.
malalaman mo na
It's
it's
his
really
story.
created by this person.
Oh my God, di ba I was saying sa mga press mga press junkets natin, na itong Love at the End of the World, this is my story, this is my love story, this is the culmination of my life for the past 10 years.
Oo.
Lahat ng heartbreaks ko, lahat ng mga lalaki ko sa buhay, lahat ng mga, my sexual desires, my fears, my lahat, my romance, my heartbreaks, ito yon. So naka-episode 4 na, nababaliw na siguro yung mga tao na parang, oh my God, yan pa si Shandii ba?
Yeah. And I remember you telling me before we shot this thing, this is going to expose you in so many ways. Kasi this
I feel like
is-
I'm walking naked.
Tama.
And I'm loving it.
Like every second of it.
Ikaw ba na mag-walk na naked sa last
ako.
episode?
Sige, sa last episode.
Ako na.
Walang damit.
Ako na.
Something na
Naked.
kailangan nilang
Abangan sa episode na, sa finale.
Dinig si Bubbles.
If
So-
Shandii will walk talaga.
Nakakaloka.
We can have a cheer.
Mag-cheers mo tayo kasi na-tense tayo lahat.
Na-tense tayo sa pagkatao ng
Cheers.
series
Yeah.
creators.
Ang ano ng vodka pag walang yelo.
I love it.
Okay. Talking about viewers, we've had a solid fan base for this show.
Yeah.
We've had some dedicated fans, and it's amazing to see that.
Right.
Why do you think Pinoy BL fans are considering this one of the are considered as one of the most toxic fans we have? I say that with a certain
Respect.
Yes.
respect
Yeah.
as well.
Actually, that is true, and I don't think it's just about BL.
Yeah.
Filipino fans are really one of the biggest fans in the world.
They are,
But they're
passionate.
also so passionate about it. At a point, it becomes toxic.
Yes.
Not just with BL. Talk
Lahat.
about
Maraming
pageants, talk about
pageants.
celebrities,
Pageants.
talk about boy bands,
Pageants.
lahat.
Pageants.
But
Oo.
ang maganda kasi dito, it's also a gauge of regardless if it's some of it is negative, and then of course we want positive, di mo pwedeng lahat ganun. But it just shows how passionate as well, the audience is with what they're watching, with what stories they're parang, di ba, unraveling before them, na to the point na gusto nga nilang pakilaman yung storya mismo or yung mga taong involved, di ba? Ganun yung Pinoy fans.
Oo nga, and I think we not only have Pinoy fans of this series, we have international fans.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I'm really proud of that. This is
Yeah.
a global project. Naz, how do you think our international fans are receiving this? are they receiving it the same way that Pinoy fans are? Because there's English and
Yeah.
Tagalog in this series.
Actually, before pa mag-air yung Love at the End of the World, may mga lumalapit na para mag-subtitle na language nila.
Vietnamese
Sa ibang language. Anong languages na gusto nila?
Vietnam lumapit na sa
May
amin.
Vietnamese.
Tapos
meron
pati
din
sa Spain, may
Spanish,
lumapit may
Spanish.
messages
my
namin
friend follows
from
sa
Spain.
Spain.
They wanna translate it, they wanna help us.
So parang before pa ma-release, may interest na talaga sila. Ayun.
Even Spanish, right?
Mhm.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
Portuguese.
We've reached the Latin
Okay,
America, South America, I think.
HF, okay, looking at the camera, this is the BL community.
Yes.
Parang what do you wanna, I wanna go back kasi sinabi natin sa previous episodes na it always comes out if you search sa Sockman na the BL phenomena is dying. So, HF, ito ang salamin ko sa akin. Ito boy. Ayan ang BL community. Ano gusto mo sabihin sa kanila about the BL fandom?
I think it's not really a dying genre. Because in the first place, we have to realize that BL is not a genre. It's actually just part of that whole story, no? So as long as we don't put it in a box and make a formula out of it, it will flourish. Kasi nga, there should be stories that transcend the title of boy love or LGBT or gay films. Kasi in the end, it's always a story about people, relationships, family,
You're right.
diba? Experiences. So siguro yun eh.
Yeah.
It will not die as long as we transcend to accepting it as something, as part of the norm. Diba?
Yes.
Stories of these people are also your stories.
Yeah.
Diba?
Oo nga, well said. Now, on a lighter note, Chris and Renzo in episode 4, oh my gosh, you could cut the tension with a knife.
Yeah.
There's so much. Sigaw na sigaw.
Super.
Grabe talaga. And the sex
Super.
scenes, like,
Yeah.
mukhang totoo yung sex scenes.
Sobrang raw.
Sobrang raw.
Yeah, it was my intention. I want it raw, rigid, messy, lalaki,
It
pawisan.
felt totoo. Like, it actually felt that they're having sex.
Yes.
I was shocked.
Where would we not?
Hello, porn companies, porn producers. Hello,
Hit us up.
it's me.
We're gonna make your next porno.
You're the next.
You gotta
the
watch
next porn
episode
director.
4.
Joke lang, my taste. But
Yeah.
related to that, Naz, now choose 2 BL actors, one local and one foreign couple. Who would you want them to be and why?
Actually, I can think of many, pero sa mga pina-follow ko sa social media, parang gusto ko ibigay kay Adrian Lindayag sa The Boy from Foretold by the Stars kasi out
Okay.
siya and parang ang ganda nung
Yeah.
binibigay nating message na meron tayong ganito na artista and we're proud of it. International naman siguro maybe kay Ong Pawat kasi from the success of
Tayan.
Bad-
Tayan.
Thailand.
Taga ano
For the
daw?
success-
Taga Forbes Town. Taga Velas. Taga Forbes Town.
Kapitbahay. Yeah.
Kapitbahay pala. Tower 1 shot. Tower 1 pala.
Yeah, success from the Bad Buddy series.
Oh.
Sobrang lakas nila.
Wait, favorite siya ni Direk Alvin
Yes,
Yapan.
yun.
Hi, Direk Alvin Yapan! Oh my God, he's a sucker for BL series Thailand.
Yes.
Nababaliw
Hindi ko
siya.
alam yan. Hindi ko alam.
Super fave, nababaliw siya.
Every week kasi siya trending worldwide, number 1.
Yeah.
Wow, I have not watched Thai BL series.
At hindi mo siya alam. At ito pa hindi mo alam.
Oo.
Itatanong ko sa kanila. Charot. Okay. So kayong tatlo, as a VIP guest, okay, di ba ang title ng ating series, Love at the World. Now, I want you to replace the word love sa Love at the World. Pero i-ahak yung hula namin ni Nico.
Okay.
Starting with HF.
I think, are they gonna look at the
camera.
Okay.
Tapos hulaan namin ni Nico kung ano
Diretso sa camera.
Pa yung ipapalit nyo sa Love at the World. Sige.
Internalize.
Can we all be
Internalize.
some?
Spit at the end of the world.
Lube at the end of the world.
Lube at the end of the world.
Lubricant at the end of the world? Lubricant at the end of the world?
Hair gel at the end of the world.
Hindi, ano, saliva at the end of the world?
Spit at the end of the world.
Grooming.
Grooming at the end of the world.
Grooming at the end of the world. Kasi may,
Dapat maganda ka kasi.
may ganun pa.
Oh my God. Bakit may puff?
Wala na product sa end of the world eh.
Parang may papasok ka.
May laway sa hair mo?
Yeah, di ba ganun yung matatanda before?
Okay.
Kaya pala.
Sorry kasi millennials kami.
Kaya pala nag-spit siya kanina eh.
Kaya ko may papasok.
Tama na.
Okay, go.
Um,
Yeah.
Walk. Ay, shit. Sex at the end of the world.
Sex at the end of the world?
It's dance at the end.
It's just a
song.
Eh, ganun siya sumayaw, di ba sa loob? First go, yung
That is one of the steps.
So, pagka ba sumasayaw ka, naka-press ka pa din? Naka-press ka pa din?
At times.
At times.
Pati yung buong dance.
Yeah, yung buong dance.
Okay, tapos?
1, 2,
Nice.
Parang opening yung ng Miss Universe. Okay, dahil dyan, Naz. Si Naz na.
Naz, game.
Ay?
Malamig at end of the year.
Pag-girl. Virgin at end of the world.
Virgin of hair.
Sabi siya na cuddle at the end of the world. Care at the end of the world.
Care at the end of the world.
At least hindi pag-girl at the end of the
Okay,
world.
ikaw. Let's all do it para fun.
Ako? Ikaw.
Let's all do it.
Bato sa naisip ko. Oh my God. Wait lang. Ano ba? Hindi ko na alam. Ikaw muna. Ang babato sa naisip ko. Sorry. Ako muna. Okay, go.
Oh my God. Is that rim at the end of the world?
Ano po yung rim? Ano yung rim?
I heard it.
No,
I heard it. I watched
ano siya?
a conversation.
Ano yan? Yung sa chamba yan? Hindi, ano yan?
No.
May
lambing. Chubibo. Chubibo. What's that?
No, we call this a motorboat.
Yeah, motorboat.
Motorboat at the end of the world.
Yes. Motorboat.
Sa
Ay! Naka-live. Ako, sa akin, ito. Okay, moving on.
Ano on? Well, it's fun.
Okay, ako nito. That was fun, guys. Thank you for just being a sport. Naz, Rich, and HF. Yeah, we've reached the end of our show for this episode. Sobrang nag-enjoy kami. So, loving you, it's always a pleasure to have, HF, tapos si Rich. And I think Naz and Rich will be back the other episode. So, why don't you invite everyone for your socials, kahit anong gusto niyo sabihin sa camera. Go, Naz.
Hi, I'm Naz Tabares. You can follow me on Pelikula Mania, Twitter and Instagram. Thank you.
Rich?
Ay, ako po si Rich Madrigal. Follow me on Instagram. It's I am Rich Madrigal. And Love at the End of the World, it's running for 20 days na. Kung hindi pa kayo nakakapanood, you need to watch it.
Subscribe to Gaga.
Yeah, subscribe to Gaga Ulala. Murang-mura lang yan sa presyong abot kaya.
Yes.
Papanood nyo ang 9 episodes ng Love at the End of the World. Kaya kasi yung Papa What is Love.
Yes, pwede.
Okay, so we are actually producing a series right now. It's gonna be out in February, Valentine's Day. It's Papa What is Love, starring Rex Lantano and
It's your first job as a producer.
John Assist.
Yes.
And you will be producing.
He's producing it.
Yes.
So sana po support
Producing.
nyo. Gaya na po support niya sa Love at the End of the World.
At may phone-in question, kano-anong wa daw si Eva at si Michelle Madrigal?
Anak po niya.
Tsahin po nila.
Madrasa.
Tsahin ni Eva. At saka ni
Just look
Michelle.
at my pearls. Ako po yung nawawalang tita nila.
How about you, Howard?
Ayun, so sige, socials, just follow me, HF Yambao. All socials, IG, Twitter, Laika. And then, of course, subscribe to Gaga Ulala. Watch the series, tapusin natin yung buong series.
Yeah.
And then, pag tapos na kayo, balikan nyo yung pelikula namin ni Shandii, Best Party Ever.
Yes,
Also on Gaga Ulala.
Okay, also
Pag
on
nagustuhan
Gaga Ulala.
ninyo,
Yes.
we can do
I like
like a
Best
series
Party
next year.
I plan to produce a series.
We were supposed to do, di ba, Beb?
Yeah, Best
Kaya lang-
Party Ever, the series.
Okay.
Babalikan natin mas story.
Gusto ko maging part of
It's a
that.
beautiful.
my
He
gosh.
won awards for that. And it gave JC De Vera his very first Best
Yes.
Actor award.
And you were nominated.
I heard I was nominated for Best Supporting.
Best supporting.
Yeah, I
Shandii's
made sure.
good.
I played Beyonce.
Did you guys sell it to Gaga Ulala?
No,
No,
they
we were planning to do a series.
Marami, pero ang dami niya kasi nag-compete siya sa ibang bansa, tapos
Yes.
nabenta siya kung
When
saan.
did Gaga take your...
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Mas nauna
And
yun.
it's still ongoing. We have a good
At kumikita siya, that's why may mga facelift
Correct.
and Botox.
Ipabili ako ng BTS
because of it.
Thank you, Gaga Ulala.
Yeah.
Call me Papi.
Yes, and of course, I have a new project under Feast Foundation and Viva Films. It's called Call Me Papi. It stars
Enzo Pineda, Albi Casino, Royce Cabrera, Larby Policarpio,
Aaron Concepcion.
and Aaron Concepcion. And actually, part ng cast din is also Nico Locco, Rich Madrigal, and HF Yambao. Yeah, they're part of the comic. But it's directed by one of my favorite directors in the whole wide world, Alvin Yapan. So, thank you guys. Maraming salamat for joining us. Sobrang saya. Yes, again, it's another all-out episode, and we'll see you next week. Please subscribe to Gaga Ulala for Love at the End of the World. Next week, they're gonna air episode 5, and guys, we're gonna be airing in different platforms in the coming weeks. Abangan nyo marami pa, and mapapanood nyo itong show natin na Bliss After Dark sa Boulder Channel, Bliss Night TV, and Temporary Insanity Pictures, Facebook, and YouTube.
And I have one more thing, kasi we've completed 4 episodes na. Tapos na sa stories and introducing new characters. What is your guys' lesson from the 4 episodes na? Just to give our viewers a summary of what they've seen so far. Naz, what have you learned from the first 4
In
episodes?
one sentence.
In one sentence lang.
It's just love until the end of the world.
Kabog. Candidate number 7.
Madrigal.
Just be yourself. Life is too short.
Alam ko sabi mo, just wear pearls.
Yeah.
HF. Let love F you.
Ganda.
Until the end of the world.
I love it.
Ikaw.
Sa akin, without pain, we are numb. Pain and loneliness is vital. So we need it.
Wow. Ako, I've said this in our previous episodes, love is the most powerful force in this world. And you realize that when you watch this series. Maraming salamat, guys. I think that concludes our episode. Let's have a cheers before we finish.
Yes, good night, Blissful!
Good night, Blissfuls. Thank you for watching. Until the next one.
Sabi ni Mama, kapag nakita mo na daw yung taong mamahalin mo hanggang sa dulo ng buhay mo, magbabago daw ang pag-ikot ng mundo mo. Mag-iiba ang bawat patak ng ulan. Magbabago ang tunog ng hangin. Magliliwanag ang buhay na matagal nang nabalot sa kadiliman. Pero, paano ba malalaman na yung taong mahal mo siya nang mamahalin mo hanggang sa dulo ng mundo?
Alam mo, gets ko kagad.
Ano na-gets mo?
Ikaw.
Ako?
Ikaw. Kaya kaya ng puno rin at kahit anak ka lang ng caretaker niya. Dahil malungkot siya.
Noong una, gusto lamang kitang bantayan just to make sure na maging okay ka. Tapos naging magkakilala tayo. Naging magkaibigan tayo. Tapos nagmahalan na tayo.
Loneliness is the closest thing we living shall ever come to death. And I prayed for it. I want you to know that. I prayed to love you. I prayed I would change. Now, I just pray you're in the arms of someone whose prayer came true.
Hindi naman daw talaga patas ang mundo. Pero pagdating daw sa pag-ibig, nagiging patas ang lahat. Pwedeng magmahalan ng dalawang taong parehong sinaktan ng nakaraan.
So ano tayo, Ben? Ginamit mo lang ako? Ha? Naging kayo ni George tapos kayo mo na sasabihin sa akin na end of the world na?
Pwedeng maging buo ang isang taong niyurak ng kamunduhan. Mahal kita. Pwedeng magtagpo ang mahirap at mayaman sa panahon ng kalungkutan.
I imagine this. Holding your face. Looking at you. And then, the meteor hits.
Pwedeng maghilom ang mga kaluluwang winasak ng karanasan.
It's the end of the world. Tapos pipiliin mo pa bang nasa rehab ka? Right here with me.
Hindi ako sigurado kung tama si Mama.
Listen to me! George, please! Wala namang perfecto, di ba, anak mo? Walang perfecto, anak, kahit wasak ka na. At dito si Mama, si Sam nandito, anak. Mahal kita, anak. Mahal na mahal, kahit ano ka pa. Parang awa mo na, please, anak. Please.
Tanging alam ko lang ngayon, inatagpuan ko na ang taong para sa akin. Ang taong mamahalin ko hanggang kamatayan. Sam, mahal kita. Mahal na mahal na mahal na mahal. Utangin ng asteroid yun.